You know, it's funny. Not that long ago, I actually bought Overwatch. It was on sale on Xbox for like 19.79. It was usually the $6. It was the ultimate like edition that was out for it. So I got it, because if you look back way back early days on my channel, I played it when the beta first came out, and it was really excellent. But yeah, it was really excellent. And I did like 2 parts. It was like hour longs, and I loved it. But had I known now the stunt that they were going to pull, I would have not bought that game. I feel kind of dirty buying it, but I think until they change or give that person his money, I'm not gonna buy anything more from Activision, Blizzard, or just Blizzard in general. Even though I love the StarCraft franchise and whatnot, is this I believe it's done by Blizzard or anything Blizzard related. I'm just the disappointment levels I have is just beyond it's just disgusting. It's just beyond disgusting. I'm mad. I'm mad because if you're wondering what I'm talking about, Rockingtheblade, when you're rambling, what are you talking about? So if you know what's going, the Chinese are basically trying to fight for their freedoms right now. Hong Kong, China released a bill for Hong Kong to basically like they can go in and take anybody from Hong Kong and speak out against any law-breaking people that goes to seek asylum, that they could take them away. But they feel like that they're going to, but they feel like, but the people of Hong Kong are not stupid. They feel like Chinese government is going to abuse that for anyone that speaks out against the government. So everyone, there's protests up the yin-yang against it. I mean, they no longer, the bill's no longer being made, but they're still but the thing is, they succeeded for the most part, but they're not done. The bill is no longer even being considered being passed, but they want it written into law that the bill should never be passed again, and ultimately, they want the lady counselor who came up with that bill to basically step down. And considering all the horrible things she was saying, and I don't care to remember her name because she was a giant ass calling the protests terrorists or thugs, or whatever, things that they're not. These are people that are trying to fight for their freedoms. Which, by the way, if there's any Chinese people watching this video, somehow keep up the good fight, guys. I know I'm all the way here in America, but know that I'm rooting for you. Fight for your freedoms, man. Don't let the government dictate what you can and cannot do. Fight for your freedoms, man. Know that here, Rockingtheblade, a fellow American, is rooting for you guys to get freedom, man, because you guys deserve that crap. Anyway, so I know Phil DeFranco and also Jim Sterling. I'll link Jim's because he kind of summarizes the situation better than I am. But what does that have to do with Activision Blizzard? So I think one of the competitors that recently won in a Hearthstone event. Excuse me. I think he won a Hearthstone event, and before I think during the stream he won, and people were commenting. These two Chinese people were commenting, and before he left, before he ended the stream, excuse me, he put on the mask that the protesters were wearing. He's basically saying, he's basically saying, I forget what he said verbatim, but basically what he was saying was in full support for the Chinese protests. He was in full support, and he fully supports them. And it's funny because the minute he was doing that, both the Chinese announcers ducked their heads to show that they don't support that. But Blizzard did some really bad moves. That, I mean, it's bad enough what they did with Call of Duty, making a mode exclusive to just a console. That's bad enough as it is. Now you have a person who's showing support for his fellow countrymen, trying to fight for a better life for the next generation that's to come, and you strip away you not only not give him his money and you ban him from a year, but when pressed upon it, you say this is a bad look. I remember I was reading the comments on it. How is a person trying to fight for basic human rights in his country a bad look? Can someone in Activision and Blizzard explain that to me? But I know what it is. It's all about, ultimately, this is money. Ultimately, it's all about money. Oh, and before I continue, if you're wondering what happened to the commentators, they got fired, basically. Even though they ducked their heads to show they're not in support or weren't involved in what the competitor was, the esports athlete was saying, they still got fired. Even though they ducked their heads to show that they're not a part of it. Which, that's unfair. Like, they clearly showed they weren't a part of it. Don't punish them, too. But even then, they shouldn't punish anybody. You know what I mean? This guy is just showing support for his fellow countrymen that are trying to fight for their freedoms. Because it is disgusting what they're doing in China. Really disgusting. Is this in Blizzard, But going back to the point, they're doing this because of money. Ultimately, it's all about the dollar bills, y'all, as they say, because they know China, brings in a lot of money. Since now they open the doors to games and cinema, it brings in the extra $100 million or plus. Extra $100 million plus or more, depending on what movie is coming out. Like, for example, like DC movies do fantastic in China. In fact, I think most of the money is, even though despite being like Justice League, a lot of it was made in China. A lot of the money was made in China. And here's the thing, man. China brings a lot of money, but still, that was not considering the fact that Activision Blizzard, your guys' reputation is just not in the best of shapes right now to be pulling a stunt like that. It's bad enough. Like, I know I'm mentioning this a billion times, but it's just to drive home the point. It's bad enough that you fired 800 people, including people from some certain Blizzard divisions, despite making $800 million within a weekend from Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Then on top of that, you have the balls to hire new people, even though the people you fired were more than qualified to do their job. Not that long after you fired the original staff, and then you try to hire new people. Then you put a mode exclusively for the PlayStation. The new Call of Duty game is coming out. You're putting a mode only that PlayStation owners are going to get. So PC and Xbox owners won't get it until next year. But by the time they get it, the new Call of Duty be out. So what's the fucking point? And then now a person who's trying to like show, that he's with his fellow countrymen. He's with them in terms of like wanting to get better treatment, better freedoms, and make sure this crap doesn't ever happen again. And that person's the lady that came up with that proposal steps down. You ban him from a year and don't give him the money he's owed, just because he's expressing his feelings on what's going on in his country. Really? And your response is, it's a bad look for your company? Really? People are mad. People are going to boycott the product. You know what? Until you give that man, unban this person, or at the very least, give him what he's owed, I will no longer buy products from Activision or Blizzard. Nothing from you guys. Overwatch be the last thing I would ever buy from you guys, because that's it. I think you're dead to me. Like Konami. Because Konami's dead to me, for the most part. I mean, other than the Castlevania and Contra Collection, it's interesting. Other than that, I'm not interested in anything else. But you guys are dead to me after this because this. I mean, I know you're gonna lose billions of dollars, but sometimes you gotta fight for what's right. Even though sometimes you can lose money in the process, but I feel this is more important. You should stand with this guy. Be like, no, we support this person. He did nothing wrong. Sure, you're gonna lose the Chinese market, but you don't really need China. You have the American market. You're making billions off the American market, Bobby Kotick. You don't need China. Honestly, you don't. You still have other markets. You still have Europe. I'm sure you still have Australia. So you don't need China. You really don't. Will you be losing a lot of money? Sure. But it's still a bad look taking defense of a dictatorship. It's not... It's not anti-free speech, one comment said. It's pro-dictatorship. And it's right. They're siding with the dictators. And that dumb bastard who's compared to Winnie the Pooh, which that's an insult to me. Winnie the Pooh should be nowhere. I mean, kind of, I mean, people say he looks like Winnie the Pooh, but still, Winnie the Pooh looks, I mean, Winnie the Pooh should not be associated with that dude. I mean, I know, in a way I still support it, because at least it gets on its nerves. He doesn't like that. But you know what? You know, fuck him, and fuck the dictatorship of China. So the Chinese people, there's someone watching this video, I am rooting for you guys. I wish nothing from support. I wish you my full support. Go out there and fight for your freedoms, man. If I had the money, I would definitely fly out there and join you because, you know, you guys deserve better. And Activision Blizzard, shame, like shame. Until you unban him or at the very least give him his money back, I'm making a stand right now. I am no longer buying your products. No more Call of Duty games. No more nothing Overwatch. Not even Sekiro. Nothing. If I do get it, it'll be used to make sure you get nothing. Because you guys are disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourselves. The guy was fighting up and standing up for what he believes in, and you're crapping all over it because it's a bad look. Really, you guys, get yourselves a reputation of having a bad look, but the things you've done, and now it's only gonna get worse from here because of your dumb decisions. Seriously, fire Bobby Kotick. Alright guys, that's the video. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Try to respond as fast as humanly possible. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. This is Rockingtheblade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out. Have a great day. And for the Chinese people, I'm rooting for you guys. Hope you get your freedom and hope you get what you want. Bye.